What's up, baby?
What's up, man?
Man. So we came a long way from fucking the living room fucking couch where we just started talking about this and was like, man, we got to incorporate some way to get, so we can all just, one main goal, so we can put somebody in the World Series and cheer them on.
Right.
And follow the whole thing from start to finish.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's nice, and we've got some people like from these answers. They really believe in the club. So.
Yeah, I mean that's what's cool about it. Honestly, is that like all the big pros, all the top people, the reason that they can play those big games is because they have a backing system, right? Somebody's putting them in. That's not their $1 million they're buying in with all the time.
Right.
So this is kind of like a for us by us system where we can use each other's money, and no matter what, it's one of us coming in. So we're all comfortable backing each other. And then that way, at least one of us is getting in these big games. One day, World Series, $10,000 buy-in.
Right, and make fun of each other. That's a big point.
That's a big part.
So have you ever played in the World Series of poker?
No.
Never got to.
Never once.
Never registered. Or have you ever been to Vegas?
I have.
You have been to Vegas?
I have been to Vegas.
How old were you?
Not old enough to gamble.
So you haven't.
So not really.
Yeah, that's.
But I have been.
Okay, all right. When's your first poker memory? Give me your first time you've ever had a run-in with poker.
First poker memory was obviously Chris Moneymaker, World Series. I mean, that's what got me into it when I was in high school. You know, it's a classic story. Saw this guy run it up on a free roll, won the World Series, and that was pretty much like the poker boom. You know, it's the gold rush. That's what started it all.
And that's weird too, because like that's whenever that happened, I was on the online poker to the absolute. I was in a free roll, winning like $2, thinking I was doing something because I just didn't even enter and got in and won. So that's funny. What do you hope that the club can accomplish? Like you're obviously, you know.
I mean, obviously, end goal World Series. One of us. I mean, we're all small stakes players from Frankfort, Kentucky. Not a lot of us even are going to have this opportunity in a lifetime.
Right.
So to do what we're doing is possible. We're getting at least one of us in there yearly. So that's a big step up.
Which is super sick. Like, and there's some pretty good home games that are around here. But we want we're going for the big one.
We want the big games,
the biggest
obviously.
of the biggest, right? Because
the entire point of this is to get us into games that we normally wouldn't be able to buy into.
Right.
Which end result World Series. But a lot of other games in between there, you know, a lot of $1,000 main events, $1,500 main events that we might squeeze in there as well that also would be equally tournaments where we wouldn't normally buy into.
Right.
So there's other ones as well.
Who do you think the best player in the club is?
Best player in the club is probably Rock. I would say it's probably Rock.
See, that's where I lean towards too. We've had some mixed answers. A couple of people think themselves. Some people think a couple other people. So it's interesting. That's pretty cool that we can all we're all shuffling it around. But it's the same people are coming up, so that's a definite plus. So I didn't really write any bonus questions down for you. So I mean, it's just kind of like, you know.
Easy
Do you
peasy.
have anything else you'd like to
man.
say? I pretty much covered it all. Cool.
You got it.
I busted your ass in that hand earlier. What do you think about that? That could be a bonus. Let's talk about that hand because there's footage of that. So
yeah, there is footage of that.
So the straddle was what set the hand off. It was 250, right?
250 straddle.
Fucking Sky Daddy, professional, whatever you want to call him. He was acting crazy like he normally does, right?
Right.
So then you re-raised, right? You re-raised it.
550.
550, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm looking at queens and
I'm under the gun.
Right.
From the straddle.
And then I look at my queens and Lindsay's like, you need to play that. And I'm like I was gonna fold. I'm trying to, sit here and think about what my next move is right now. So, so I call and then we go to the flop. We both flop a set.
Yeah.
And I let out betting, right?
No, I checked, you bet, then I re-raised.
You re-raised.
Yeah.
And then, because either way, it was going to end in the same.
It was going in.
Right.
Yeah, I only bought in for $25, so.
Right. So it's not.
It's all going in. I had to set.
Right. I'm giving it back later on, I'm sure. So
Hopefully.
Before the interview's over, at least I can,
Hopefully.
we might. So.
We'll see. If it makes you feel any better, I folded pocket kings, or I had a $3 raise with pocket kings when you came in here and started doing these interviews. And got 5 callers for my $3 raise, and of course ace right off the rip. So feels good, man.
Nice.
It's a good night. It's a good night.
Also, Wednesday, give me predictions. How do you think the satellite's going to go down? What do you think? We've already got what, 6 or 7 of us qualified. So
I don't know. I'll have to look at the numbers. There's at least six at least. I'd say the people that are right there on the money will probably still pay for their points.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say ultimately we're probably looking at 8 people. We're looking to buy in 2 people into that event. So
2 people,
25% of the field.
So it's a Hollywood game, right? How much is that buy-in? It's a $200 buy-in.
It's $160 buy-in, but it's a $10,000 guarantee.
$10,000 guarantee.
Which means first place brings home minimum $5K.
$5K minimum, and that's a tournament that they literally aren't buying in. They want to see.
That's a free roll.
Yeah, for getting together and
you
playing.
You pay nothing in that.
Sweet, man. That's
no
awesome.
buy-in.
That is awesome.
And that's like the main goal of the club, is no buy-in. Specifically, you don't go up there and take your $160. This is the club's money is putting you into these tournaments, and we're all part of the club. So that's what's really cool. Is right now it's these little tournaments, $160 buy-in, $10,000 guarantee, but eventually it's going to be $10,000 buy-in, World Series,